Alright, so this video isn't really a part of the playthrough I'm doing, but rather it is merely just a little tutorial on how to prepare items for Runewords upon Nightmare or Hell difficulty if you find some sacred items. I'll try to be as precise as possible with my explanations, but oops, I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, so what I'm doing right now is I'm purchasing a bunch of oils of renewals and a couple of oil of lux. And for this item here, we'll just do this sacred superior trebuchet because this will be my mid-game weapon. As you can see, it has 25% enhanced damage, which is nice, but we can do better. See right here, I got enhanced damage and bonus to attack rating and 6 sockets. And I'm just going to keep re-rolling this till this thing can spawn with anywhere between, I think, 10 and 35% enhanced damage. If you're a combat character that has strength as the main weapon damage modifier, like this one, you'll want to go for a high roll of enhanced damage first and foremost, and bonus attack rating, which right now I'm not having the most amount of luck, but you would just do this over and over. And you want to make sure the item either has the maximum number of sockets possible or no sockets at all. Now, okay, this is good right here. 33% enhanced damage and 72 bonus attack rating. Then, once you get base stats that are good, throw in an oil of luck and see what happens. Now, that did actually work because it improved the bonus attack rating to 172%, but I'm going to keep re-rolling because I care more about enhanced weapon damage than anything else. So, and that did not spawn with the maximum number of sockets. You'll either want to have maximum number of sockets or no sockets at all, because if you have 0 sockets, then you'll have the... Okay, I guess I'll settle for this. And that didn't work. That only has, I think, a 20% chance to work. But there is a socket punch recipe, which I'll be showing off for the sake of the tutorial here. Okay, that's not good either. So you do want to re-roll that a bunch of times. This is a little bit boring, I realize, but people want a tutorial on how to jewel craft and prepare rune words and such, so this is what you get. And I am not editing any of this out either, because I never show this off because it's dull. So no matter what I do, people are gonna say I should do something different. So anyway, let's try this again. Now normally you'll get there's also a chance you'll get bonus to item durability, which since this is a crossbow, I don't focus on that. Okay, no enhanced damage. I care about enhanced damage first and foremost. I guess I'll settle for that. And did not work. Not good enough. Okay, come on. Nothing there. Not the maximum number of sockets. You should probably try to roll for above 30% enhanced defense or damage, depending on if you're doing this with a weapon or with body armor. Though this doesn't always matter. Like if you're a spellcaster, obviously, you don't have to do all this. You just have to do, you could use tier 6 actually if you're a caster. Unless you're going for a craft, of course. And, okay, that little notifier. This does cost a lot of gold. I should point that out as well, so you probably won't want to do this until after you're a good bit of the way through Nightmare or Hell difficulty. Okay, so... yeah, so far this has been 5 minutes of me talking and explaining how to do this crap. So I don't want to hear any comments about how this is dull. Though if this does take too long, I'll do a separate video on how to craft jewelry. Try to get above 30% enhanced damage. If you're a character whose weapon damage is based off dexterity, then it doesn't matter. The attack rating doesn't really matter, because obviously dexterity improves attack rating, and just with no bonus attack rating other than what you get from Spirit Trance Herb, that'll be well over 20,000, which will be well more than enough to farm pretty much every Uber with decent efficiency. This one was good because I got 31 enhanced damage, 124 bonus attack rating, and 6 sockets as a base. There we go. Okay, so you can see that improved the damage from 31 to 51%. So I'm just going to put this away for right now. And we're going to do the same thing for this ancient armor here. Now, here you'll get improved durability, or what the fuck? Why am I not getting any bonus defense? Oh, there we go, enhanced defense. And not enough sockets. Okay, nothing there. Unfortunately, you will get durability increases for armors. Nothing really you could do about that. Durability doesn't matter nearly as much as enhanced defense, but I will purchase some more oils of luck. Okay, well, let me refill this first. You would do this for any rune word you want to make. Okay, that should be okay for now. So let's see, will this work? Okay, that did not work. So yeah, this is why I never show this off. You just do this over and over and over again. Ooh, 35%. Come on. There is a hotkey for transmute, but I don't have anything set to that hotkey, so that's why I'm not hitting the hotkey. Probably should have done that before actually recording this, but whatever. Not enough. I would show off the socket punch recipe, or I will do that if I get a good one that doesn't have any sockets. Okay, that's good. Didn't work. And then, yeah, you just rinse and repeat this process. Like I said, you just rinse and repeat this process until you get some good rolls with stuff. No. Okay, that's acceptable. Okay, and I didn't get the enhanced defense. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay, absolutely. I can't accept that because one measly little socket. 17%, 21%, 28%. As you can see, I'm getting shafted here for this. Now, you can settle for lower enhanced defense if you want, though I don't recommend settling for lower or less sockets or any of that. I would settle for as good as you could possibly get, without being absurd, of course. And I'm not sure if you guys have been paying attention, but I've spent over... I'm going to be spending over 400,000 gold on this, on just these oils alone. Oh, this is good. And that did not work. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, wait. Okay, that's good. Nothing. Now, obviously, if you're playing a build such as the Boazon, where you get no defense whatsoever, then obviously you can skip all this shit. And they've definitely made Oils of Renewal, I think, 3 times more expensive since the 1.1 days. So I may have to go back to Island of the Sunless Sea and farm some gold after a bit. Not sure. Not good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough at all. No. If it weren't for this one socket, this would be okay for an attempt. But you can't add more sockets to an item that already has sockets in it. Not good. If it weren't for the 4 sockets, it would be good. Okay, this is okay. And still nothing. Jesus Christ. I'm getting really shafted here on these rolls. Oh wait. I wish there was like a hotkey to like fill every empty space with this item. And these are mystic orbs over here, but we're not going to worry about that right this second. Ugh, my. No. 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 Yes, maybe. No. And if you're wondering why I don't just try that again instead of having to renewal all the time, if if the item in question already has the already upgraded tab or mark on it, then the Oil of Luck will not work a second time. So that's why I don't just try again. That is like the bare minimum of what I consider acceptable. And of course, that time it worked, you know, because it's the bare minimum of what I consider acceptable. So we're going to move on to this plated belt here. And we're going to do the exact same thing. Okay. Now luckily this thing can only spawn with a maximum of 2 sockets, so hopefully it won't be as bad. Unfortunately, I think they buffed the rate of which items can have sockets, which is actually a really bad thing. Okay, that'll be fine. Alright, that works well. So, as you can see here, these 2 items have 0 sockets. Also, I found this thing while off-screen farming. Now, a general rule of thumb for median is that weapons can only have a maximum of 200% enhanced damage. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and armors can only have a maximum of 200% enhanced defense. However, we're going to talk about that in this segment too, and we're going to find a workaround for that. So, unfortunately, since my old method of going about farming jewels is basically gone, since I can't enter the Trojan jungles and do Kuras 3000, we're going to have to go on a jewel hunting quest. Any place will do, but I'll try Worldstone Keep level 2. This is completely not real. This isn't going to be really any showcase of the build at this point. I'm just searching for jewels of any variety. For the socket punch recipe. This would be better on Players 8. Actually, I probably should do this in Nightmare difficulty so I can get some of the veteran monsters that I haven't found. But I do digress. Yeah, I'm not finding anything. No, please don't. Okay. Actually, what am I talking about? I'm on normal. I'm not on hell difficulty. And I am very grateful that skills don't have a global cooldown now. I am very happy that I am very, very happy that each skill has its own separate timer. Now, I need a maximum of 8, although I'll collect a 9th jewel, and I'm keeping the ones I already have, since all of these are high level. Just for the socket punch, show off some So I'll just go back through here. This place is not going to be a threat, because I have way more than enough defense for this place on normal. I could do it on hell difficulty. In fact, I did at the end of the one stream, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm just looking for jewels, looking for jewels, looking for jewels. I'm pretty sure they nerfed the drop rate for jewels now. I'm getting a bunch of other crap, but I'm getting hardly any jewels now that I need them. And I am gonna be on the lookout for miscellaneous tier uniques as well. Not for any reason in particular, other than to dismember them through the Actually, I'm just gonna collect 3 jewels to demonstrate my point. As I was saying, I'm just gonna dismember my jewels for later. Or dismember the tier uniques for crafting, because I do need arcane crystals to craft jewelry. And I have enough jewels for jewel crafting to show off what I want to do. Now, if I fail at finding a single jewel, I'm just gonna cut footage here. Well, not here, but I'll cut footage and come back when I have a couple low-level jewels. It's preferred you have low-level, just so you don't potentially waste any space, basically. Or waste any good jewels, or potentially good jewels. There's one. Now, since I have it arranged in such a way, and if you have drop notifier, you can hit the delete button on your keyboard to see what level it is, which I do recommend you all get, and I did do a tutorial on how to get it too, so. Well, these are a little bit lower, but they're fine. As long as they're above 85 or so, you should be good. So. I got one. And there's 2. I need one more to make a point. And I'm picking up bloodstones to help myself with Asmodan whilst I'm doing this. Now, the faster you can clear a place like this, the better. One more jewel. Can you give me one more jewel, game? Son of a bitch, the game ain't gonna give me my 3rd jewel that I want. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Okay. So I'm just going to put this away. I'm going to put... Okay, I'm going to put... Let's see, I'm going to do a little something like... Oh, that's there. Okay. Do something like this. Something like this. Actually, let me... Okay. So. Is this the other one? Yeah, it is. And then you would take any item that has 0 sockets and transmute them with as many jewels as it can fit. Now, if you put more jewels than the item can potentially hold, like, as everybody knows, I think, belts can only have 2 sockets. If you try to do that with 3 jewels, you see how it only had 2? What happened was the game consumed that jewel, therefore it went to waste. So you want to be careful and make sure you have exactly the number of sockets that it can potentially hold, otherwise you just waste jewels, which you don't really want. So anyway, I mentioned before that with all items, you can only have a maximum of 200% enhanced defense or damage. This is how you work around that with Mystic Orbs and for Runewords. So what you do here is mix enhanced defense or enhanced defense or enhanced damage Mystic Orbs in here. Do this before making your rune word. And now we're going to make a jewel, since this has 2 sockets. This has item level 99. Put in an arcane crystal or shard. And what you want to farm with will depend on what build you are. For the most part, combat characters like barbarians, Amazons that aren't Bloodzons, etc. will use burr runes because they'll give jewels a potential 1 to 2% all spell damage. No, that's spellcasters, I'm sorry. For combat characters, they'll want burr runes because they'll give 1 to 2% life leech and mana leech. And life leech and mana leech is still, or life leech especially, is still probably the most important attribute to go for. And for casters, it'll be Zod runes because it gives spell damage. So you see here, and you see what I did. I re-rolled the jewel here. Now, as you can see, the more I do this, the more it'll degrade the quality of the item, or of the jewel in question. And now some of you will be asking, what modifiers should I look for, if any? Obviously, whatever your jewel craft is supposed to give, and you'll probably want to try and craft these to hit your maximum character's breakpoints on the according to the speed calculator. Right here, I'm looking for bonus attack rating, so that actually works okay. And I got some all attributes. And now I'm gonna see if I can find my Vith rune. Ath, Zar, Lai. The fuck did I do with my Vith rune? I do have one, right? Oh, do I not have a Vith rune, or did I? Oh, there it is. Now, as you can see, I kind of fucked up, but not really. Now, look how much enhanced defense I have. 314% enhanced defense, which is well over the limit for... which is well over the 200% enhanced damage limit, or defense limit. I'm not going to re-roll that because you do want to be careful of that as well. Make sure you don't accidentally over-level your stuff, which isn't really a big deal in this version, honestly, but still. Anyway, you do want to try to get... Oh, indestructible. I'll keep this. Simply because repairing armor, at least was really expensive. I don't know if it still is, but it was in every other version. I'll keep this simply because it has some attack speed. You'll want to hit your character's max breakpoints. There is a speed calculator, which I could show off how to use that as well. Or how to use it, I mean. And like I said, other modifiers will depend on what build you are. You would want minion life if it's a summoner, for example. And I'm not going to tell every modifier or every jewel craft. It's on the forum. You can look It's on the Median XL page. You can look that up yourself if you want to know what all the benefits are. But for the most part, you go with Burr or Zodcraft for that. And like I said, you want to hit all your characters' max breakpoints if it's feasible. So there will be other guides on the forums probably that will say what all the breakpoints are. If I was going to be really picky, this one would have 2% life leech and a bunch of mana, or a bunch of attack rating, but I'll settle for that. And let's see, I'll do... Oh, I'm not going to do any more, but yeah, you get the idea, I think. So, I'm actually going to do this real quick, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and no, I'm not making Erewhon in this. So, actually, real quick, I'm going to do one more Jewel Craft real quick, see what I might get. Okay, that was no good. So, like, I could be here all day re-rolling this, but I think after a 32-minute tutorial on how to prepare Jewel, how to prepare Runewords, I think you guys get the idea. So, that is my long as fuck tutorial on how to prepare Runewords. For casters, it's slightly different. You'll get a different type of oil if you farm various areas on Hell difficulty, which I may or may not explain, but that's basically the gist of it. You get the idea. So, I'll see you guys whenever I get back. Well, whenever I get back to doing level 115 Ubers.